What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Wednesday. A nice 10-game slate here tonight. A perfect size, not too big where you're kind of like throwing around research and you're kind of looking through everyone. Perfect size where you got a good amount of players, a good player pool, ownership not too high and everything like that. And there's a ton of hitters to choose from on the slate. But I got to narrow down to my money six. Two of my favorite pitchers, three of my favorite batters, and a nice value batter as well. Not too extreme of a batter value because I am kind of paying down a little bit for pitching on the slate. But another guy that's cheaper than the rest of my guys, I guess. A pretty solid value, I guess, just based on what I think he can do. So go ahead and drop a like in the video before we get going. I would greatly appreciate that. Let's try to get over 100 likes on this one. Show the support on the videos. I greatly appreciate all the likes. Let's keep it going here. Show how strong the money mob is, I guess. I appreciate every one of you, each and all of you guys. So I can keep, I wouldn't be making these videos if no one was watching, so it would be really kind of pointless. I'd be talking to myself, but I appreciate all you guys tuning in every single day and dropping that like if you do. It really means a lot. And you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well, at MoneyWebby, because I am uploading this video at 12 a.m. the night before the slate kind of kicks off, so I guess if anything changes, maybe if the lineups come out and one of my guys isn't in the lineup, I can do my best to try to tweet out a pivot from that play, and maybe any other thoughts I have as the slate goes on, I can kind of tweet out there at MoneyWebby. So definitely go follow me there. But let's just hop into the plays with my first pitcher. I'm going to go with Lance McCullers here. A big part of this is because he's going against Seattle. And the thing with Seattle is the way you want to attack them is with right-handed pitchers. So Lance McCullers, one of the best right-handed pitchers, I think, honestly, in the league when he's on his stuff. He has great pitching arsenal, I guess. Good pitches. A lot of pitches he can go to, especially for strikeouts. So he has that good upside, especially against Seattle, a team that he has had their number throughout his career. So in 112 plate appearances, they only have a 178 batting average and a 34% K rate. So McCullers, extremely good there against these guys. If you look at earlier the year, he actually got 38 DraftKings points against him with 11 Ks. So that was his best outing of the season, I'm pretty sure, or at least in the last 10 games. He hasn't outscored that. So when his stuff is on, he's very good, and he's much more comfortable at home. He feels at home, if you know what I mean. 198, a 197 ERA at home, a 173 batting average, 8 DraftKings points on average more here. So I think he can get it going again here against Seattle. Like most of these guys in the top of the lineup for Seattle, if you think about it, most of them are just better against lefties. Like Gene Segura, much better against lefties for the most part, especially this year. Nelson Cruz throughout his career is known for his ability against lefties. Who else am I thinking about? Mitch Haniger as well is much better against lefties. So 3 out of the top 4 guys are very good against lefties. But against righties, McCullers will have that split advantage here. I can definitely fool him with it. I don't know exactly his number one strikeout pitch. I want to say it's a curveball. Just remember when I was watching him against the Red Sox, he just had a great curveball, I think. Or curveball or slider. One of his breaking balls is extremely good. So I think against those righties, he really can fool him here and just get a good amount of strikeouts. I mean, if he got 11 Ks against them in the first game, I think he can definitely load up the Ks here again. And a nice little value at 10,500 because he has been up and down in the last 2 starts. But they were against Cleveland, one of the best lineups in the league, and on the road, which he's kind of not as comfortable, I guess. And against Boston, honestly, a pretty good start against Boston with 6 innings, 2 earned runs, only 4 Ks if Boston really doesn't strike out against right-handed pitchers. So Lance McCullers, like him here a lot. I think it'll be good for 20+ with the upside of 30+. Nice value. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. And for my second guy, I was kind of thinking about Jack Flaherty here at 10,200, but this guy's been up and down, and I kind of want to save a little bit more money. Comparing kind of this paying out for both of my pitchers kind of with both of the guys over 10,000. So I wanted to go a bit more value with John Gray at 7,500. The thing I like about this matchup with John Gray is he gets a park upgrade. Even though he's been pretty damn solid in course throughout his career, he has been better on the road this year. The DraftKings numbers haven't really followed with it, but small sample. The Ks haven't been there as much. Could have been matchup based. But the batting average is down, ERA is down, so that's good to see. And against Cincinnati, he just played him the other week. He got 19 DraftKings points, which is pretty solid, especially with that being in Coors Field. The thing I love even more is that he got 8 Ks here in this matchup. So I think, again, here, he can get a good amount of strikeouts. He's had some good strikeout stuff this year, around a 26% K rate. In Cincinnati, another one of those lineups that when they kind of get their full lineup kicking is when they're going against the lefty, I think, because Joey Votto is still pretty solid against lefties. Suarez, very good against lefties. Duvall, okay, solid against lefties, not as much this year, but normally through his career, good against lefties. But against righties, you kind of limit Suarez, Duvall, Schebler, all these other guys are not in the fold as much against a righty. They struggle a lot more. So I think Gray can definitely do some damage against those guys and then kind of pitch around Joey Votto. I mean, if he does strike out Votto or just get him out, then even more benefit to us for going for John Gray. But at 7,500, doesn't honestly need to do that much to return value. And he's been pretty safe, especially on the road. He's struggled against San Fran for whatever reason, but he's not going to be going against San Fran, so that's a plus. But on the road recently against, where have we got here? Against Chicago, against 27 DraftKings points. I thought it was, when I was reading it earlier, I thought these matchups were actually on the road. But I'm pretty sure against San Diego earlier in the year, he had a very good start against them on the road. So he definitely has the capability of doing that. This game actually might have been a neutral site against San Diego. I think that's what I'm thinking. But he had a very good outing against San Diego in that one. And I like him a lot here against Cincinnati for everything like I mentioned. Good strikeout stuff, park upgrade. And also I wanted to mention that his ERA at 5.68 is actually a lot higher than how he's been pitching. His xFIP, which kind of is a good way of kind of looking at how they're pitching without including all the variability, I guess, for ERA. Because, you get a guy on base, and then I don't even know, a ground ball or a soft ground ball kind of just hits off a first baseman's glove, and it's like an infield hit, and then 3 guys score, something like that. There is a little bit of variability. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right, but xFIP just gives a better way of taking away everything in this, looking at kind of things more projected out. So he has a 3.07 xFIP, which means he's pitching like 1,000 times better than his ERA shows. So there's going to be some regression here for that ERA, and they can definitely come here against Cincinnati, though there is some wind blowing in. Not too bad attempts around the 70s, so I like him a lot. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. And that leaves you with 4,000 remaining for the hitters. So both these guys, I feel like they can get 20 plus. Upside of honestly around 30 for both of them. So good strikeout stuff and everything like that. And for my first hitter, I'm going to go with JD Martinez. I mean, it could be pretty chalky. He's at 5,000. But honestly, I thought he was going to be more than 5,000. I thought he was going to be around like 5,500 like he was like the last week or so. Maybe because it's in Boston and the temperatures aren't as high, but he's going against a lefty here. The numbers haven't been very good against the lefties this year. I mean, the batting average is still pretty solid. Hard hit rate still there, but most of his home runs, I believe 19 out of the 20, have come against right-handed pitchers. So the splits aren't looking as good, but if you look at last year and just throughout his career, the guy has had great power against lefties, extremely good power against lefties last year, to 516 ISO against lefties in 110 plate appearances. So the guy can definitely crush it against lefties. And the thing here against Blaine Hardy, the guy isn't that great. He's I think he's mostly a bullpen guy, but he got promoted to the start here tonight, so he honestly could get hit around pretty hard. Then they go to that bad Detroit bullpen. So JD Martinez, he can get it done against anyone. I mean, say Blaine Hardy gets knocked around, gives up like 3 runs in the first 3 innings and gets pulled or something like that, or it gives her like 5 runs in the first 3 innings, gets pulled. Then they go to that bad bullpen, and then he can knock around some guys. Some right-handed pitchers, some lefties. He can just get it done against anyone, which is what I'm trying to say. So at 5,000. Pretty nice price tag. I mean, you're taking the best home run hitter in baseball right now with 20 home runs, and they're projected 5.7 runs here. So Vegas likes Martinez's odds of getting a few RBIs here. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in here at 5,000. For my first hitter, that should honestly be like 5,500. So for my second guy, I'm going to go with Tommy Pham here. Or Pham, I don't know. I keep on mixing it up in my head, but I think it's Pham. Tommy Pham at 4,600, going against Chen here, against a lefty. Similar to Martinez, the guy has good splits against lefties. More this year. Martinez was last year, but Pham this year is a 4-1 WOBA versus lefties and a 212 ISO. So he's getting on base well, just getting some great base hitting hits, I guess. And then the power is there as well. He can hit a home run off the lefties. And Chen is a guy that has been allowing a good amount of hard contact and home runs to right-handed batters. He's allowing 2.3 home runs per 9 to right-handed batters, and also a 12% K rate. So he's really not striking out anyone. So you get that added bonus of just getting that contact with Tommy here. And there's going to be some high temps, 88 degrees in St. Louis tonight, so that definitely benefits the batters in this matchup. So I think Tommy here in this matchup at 4,600 can get it done against Chen, a guy that's really been bad, especially out of Miami, where the pitching conditions probably aren't as going to be as good at home, which would normally be in Miami in that dome. So Tommy, like him a lot. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. And for my third guy, this would be my value guy, but I just wanted to kind of add a little bit more onto the St. Louis lineup because the matchup against Chen here again. So Ozuna, a guy that's been heating up in the last couple of games. He also went, I believe, 2 for 4 or 3 for 4 tonight. It hasn't updated yet because I'm uploading this like right after the game ended. But Ozuna heating up. So what do we got? 2 hits, home run in both of those games as well. And then, like I said, 2 or 3 hits tonight. So the guy's been hitting the ball very well in June here so far. The DraftKings points have been great. At 3,800, going against the lefties. So similar, like I mentioned, Chen allowing a lot of home runs. Ozuna, great power, just raw power. The guy can absolutely crush a ball. So I think against Chen here, with the good temps, high temps, and that great power against any pitcher, really, he's had good splits against lefties and righties kind of off and on throughout his career. So another guy that can kind of get it done up against both sides of the plate. And they're projected 4.9 runs here. Ozuna has been hitting the ball a lot better against lefties this year, though, and he should be in the top of that lineup. So a 3.8 against, honestly, one of the worst pitchers on the slate in Chen, and a guy that struggles a lot against his hand in this batter. So at 3,800, like him a lot. He's heating up. He's going to keep it going here, I think, tonight against Chen. Go ahead and lock him in there. He's a nice value guy at 3,800. That could honestly be up to like 4,000 to like 4,400 if he was just kind of hitting as he normally had throughout the whole entire season. So for my fourth guy, though, Joey Gallo. Not a bad price tag here at 4,000. Daniel Mengden, or however you say his name. He has a weird spelled out name, but Mengden, the pitcher for Oakland. He has been pitching pretty well, but most of that success has come in Oakland, a very friendly pitcher park. On the road, a little bit worse, especially, I would think, going to Texas here, which is going to be like around 90-degree temps. So a huge park downgrade for Mangden, just considering that. And then on top of that, Joey Gallo here, we know that he strikes out a lot. He's like a 35% K rate this year and throughout his career, striking out way too much. So he's always trying to go for those home runs. But against Mangden, Mangden doesn't really strike out anyone. Only a 16% K rate against hitters this season. So hitters are able to get that contact on the ball. And Gallo, we know he's always trying to hit those home runs. If you can get contact with the ball, normally it's going to be like a home run or a ball in the air. And with the good temps at home here, the ball can definitely carry for a home run. He hit a home run tonight as soon as they went from the lefty to the righty in the bullpen. So I like him a lot. We know he has great power. He's much better against right-handed pitchers. If you look at the splits here just at home, his batting average is up. More DraftKings points on average. 8.2. Pretty solid average for a guy around 4,000. Against a guy that doesn't really strike out anyone, and that's just the biggest concern you have with Gallo is those strikeouts. So I like him a lot. Home run in the cards, hopefully for him here tonight, based on this matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. So that is it with the plays. You got McCullers, John Gray, Joey Gallo, JD Martinez, Tommy Pham, and Marcell Ozuna. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to drop a like in the video before you head out. 100+ likes. If it's not up to 100+, make sure you leave a like. So thank you so much, guys, for all the support. If you didn't like the video, maybe you can refresh it and just watch it over. Maybe you'll like it the second time as you consider my numbers, I guess, a little bit for over again. But if you don't like the plays, you don't have to play these guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis and just my in-depth look at most of these plays. You got 36.50 remaining per player, so definitely doable to fill out. So good luck tonight, guys, on this 10-game slate. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you happen to be new to the channel here to get these MLB DraftKings picks every single day. I'm probably going to be uploading some year-long fantasy football content in the future here. I'm just kind of figuring out how I want to show it in the video. I wish I kind of had a better way of doing it besides recording it on my screen. I'm trying to figure that out, but hopefully I'll get it figured out, then upload some good stuff like that. But we'll 100% be having DraftKings picks for the NFL every single week. So that's coming up pretty soon. What is it, June 6th today? So almost like 2-3 months until the fantasy football is around here, and it's already time to start thinking about it. You got to prepare for these drafts. have the best fantasy teams in your leagues and stuff like that. And I have some good thoughts on those. That's pretty much my favorite sport anyways. My best sport, I would say, is NFL. So definitely subscribe if you guys want to get that good content. Losing my voice here. We'll see you guys again next time, though. Good luck, guys.